The 2001 system is designed if you already have a tank and you already have your pump in your boat, and it's a simple install system into an adapter that's given to you. The adapter will plug into whatever shower valve or wash down pump valve that you have with the tubes that will attach into the outside of it. As you can see here, the tubing already has the heads installed on it. It already has all the straps needed that'll go into your bimini top. It has the shut-off valve to turn it off and on, and it has a drain valve installed already on it. Now, the 2003 kit is designed for boats that already have an onboard water supply. What this kit is going to come with is a 125 psi pump, 35 foot of tubing, 4 heads, with adapters as well for installing onto a hardtop. So don't forget, you can install these into a hardtop, a bimini top, or a T-top. It's also going to have your filter that is required on these pumps, and enough strapping for any installation that you might need. Okay. Now, what's going to be demonstrated on the install on my boat is a 2004 kit. What this kit comes with is if you have no pump, you have no tank, no source of water on your boat, and starting from scratch, the install of the 2004 kit. As you can see, this kit still has the same as the 2003. It's going to have your straps, it's going to have your heads, it's going to have the 4 heads, the 35 foot of tubing, but it's going to have the tank as well. So the tank is a 5-gallon tank, comes with the same 125 psi pump, but it's attached to the tank itself, so that way everything can be run from scratch as if you have nothing on your boat. Now, with the 2003 and the 2004 kits, you're going to want to have a switch available to operate the pump. It's either going to be an open switch that has nothing going to it, or an accessory switch that you can use for just the pump itself. As you can see here, I've already labeled mine as for the mister. This was an open accessory switch that I use for just the mister itself. Alright, in every boat, there's several locations where you can put this tank. My application was I chose a locker that I have underneath here where it can be stowed away. It's a more stable environment. I still have room for storage, and the tank will be a little bit more secure than just out in the open. Okay. Now, installing this tubing is extremely simple. All you're going to do is find the rail that you're going to install it onto, and such as this application, I'm going to run it through my bimini top holder here. Mark, it doesn't have to be exact, so you're going to mark about where I think my head's going to be. So this spot here looks about good to me. Measure it back to where I think the second head's going to go, which is about here. Pull it out, and that's where you're going to make your cut. Okay. Now, making your cut, this has to be explained because it has run into a couple issues. You don't want to use any type of pinching cutter, wire cutters, side cutters. You don't want to use any of that to make these cuts on these tubings because it pinches the hose and it doesn't make a good seal on the head. So a box blade or some type of a straight blade is what you're going to want to use to cut this tube. As you can see, it's very easy. Just make a nice simple cut like that and it's done. Now, the straps that are included with this kit are designed to stay attached to the tubing itself. So if you can zoom in here, I'll show you. They make a little cut in the strap where the strap will go through that slit, cinch down, and then stay attached to the tubing. So from here, now you can do it before or after, it doesn't matter. I was just showing you for demonstration purposes. Put it through your top. We already have it pre-cut to where we want it. This is going to be the elbow that's going to attach to the head on the end line of this. So you attach it to the last of the tube. I marked about where I'm going to have it here. Wrap it around your bimini top tube, T-top tube, or any application that you have. And that side's done. Okay, just as described before, I don't have to go through it again. I'm going to use the strap, put it on here, to cinch it down to the tubing, and here is where the T-style head is going to come into play. So you attach the T-style head here, cinch your strap around the tube of your bimini top or T-top, and second head is ready to go. Alright, so I've installed my last head, and with my straps pre-attached to the tubing, all I have to do now is secure it to my bimini top. And once again, this is not exact, just design it and strap it how you feel necessary. And keep in mind, when you're installing these straps, try to keep the tubing away from pinch points of your top. If you lay your top back or decide to put your top down, you don't want this tube to be in any pinch points in your top. So now that you've seen where I put my tank and pump, just as shown right here, and we wired it up to the switch through our positive and our negative wiring, red positive, black negative, just like usual, and I took my tubing, plugged it into the outlet of the pump itself, and now it's time to see how cool it runs. Okay, so now we've installed the 2004 kit. I've hooked up the tubing into the pump, we've hooked up the switch. Now let's see how cool it runs. And there you have it, Mr. Comfort Misting System.